Hello and welcome to our podcast What's in this week's Oban Times, or Witwhat, with me, Sandy Neal,
me, Owen Wild,
and me, Jodie Hagan.
We're all here to give you a little insight into some of the stories from Scotland's beautiful West Coast this week. You can read all the stories and lots more online by going to westcoasttoday.co.uk or picking up a printed copy in newsagents, supermarkets and petrol stations. First up today is Owen. Owen, what's the news?
Well, Sandy, Oban's Tesco superstore will begin a major refurbishment next month. You can find all the details in this week's paper. A rare loggerhead turtle has been found off the coast of Kerrera. For those who remember an old story, she is the same species as Iona, the turtle found on her namesake island a few years ago. This turtle has been given to the Loch Lomond Sea Life Sanctuary and has suffered some grave injuries. Find out how she's doing by reading this week's paper. In this week's Oban Times, I questioned the Highland Council's decision to deny a local boatyard the opportunity to carry out the refit of the MV Maid of Lincool, which has now been away for 5 months. Residents of Ardnamurchan and Morven have recently begun questioning the decision again after the latest cancellation of the ferry service last week. Finally from me, it's show season. I've been at both the Salon and Appin shows this week, and one particular farmer has been doing very well for himself. Find the full reports and all the photos in this week's Oban Times.
Thank you very much, Owen. Just as a wee reminder, you can contact us with your stories by emailing editor@obantimes.co.uk, calling us on 01631 568 000, or by messaging us on our social platforms. Jodie, what have you got for us this week?
Well, lucky Kathy is away on holiday enjoying the sunshine this week, but she has a moving story for you about an Oban Dad who has built a secret garden to help clear people's cluttered headspace. Chris McCush suffered with social anxiety so severe that he was unable to leave his house in daylight, but transforming a wasteland into a nature haven has proved life-changing for him. You can read the full story in this Thursday's Oban Times or online at www.westcoasttoday.co.uk. In other news this week, the 77th edition of West Highland Yachting Week was one of the breeziest ever, with one day of racing cancelled due to Storm Floris, but spirits still high as competitors navigated the winds. And on the topic of navigation, Oban Airport is giving runners the opportunity to hit the tarmac, guided by the lights of the runway to raise money for charity. Find out more about the 5K After Dark Running Challenge in this week's paper. Lastly from me, Floral Fever is set to hit Kilcrannan Church this weekend, as it is transformed for a colourful 3-day festival celebrating all things in bloom. Watch out for photos to come from the Flower Festival in the weeks ahead.
Thank you very much, Jodie. From me, well, a 10-year-old boy from Oban is smashing his target to walk a mile every day this month to raise money for a cancer charity that helped him through his treatment. Harris MacDonald, a pupil at Rockfield Primary School, had managed 25 miles by August the 8th and an amazing 5 miles just on August the 13th, after a chemo burn had left him wheelchair bound and having to learn to walk again. Harris is raising money for Marion's House, run by the charity Young Lives vs Cancer, which is a home away from home for children and their families to stay during cancer treatment at the Royal Hospital for Children in Glasgow. You can donate via the Young Lives vs Cancer website and find out more details in this week's Oban Times. You can read lots more stories from all our West Coast newspapers online at www.westcoasttoday.co.uk, and don't forget to pick up your copy of our titles from this Thursday. So it's goodbye from me, Sandy Neal.
Goodbye from me, Owen Wild.
And goodbye from me, Jodie Hagan.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, hey.